All right, we are officially live, and today we are going to be, we're going to be talking about starting over. And I don't mean just starting over from scratch, although we will talk about that too, but we're going to talk about like resetting, relaunching, readjusting. We could fill in the blank with whatever we want, but we're really talking about like starting over, whether that's from scratch, whether that's starting over for the year, whether that's starting over for the month. We need to talk about this because I think that a lot of people, they get stuck in a rut and they wonder, should I start over? Should I start a new channel? And all of those things. And the reason why I know this is because, well, we've asked ourselves these questions, and I have myself personally for over 17 plus years. So I wanted to address it here today. I wanted to kind of go through, there's 3 different areas we're going to be talking about. But I wanted to ask you before we get going, let us know in the comments right now, how old is your channel right now? The one that you are that you're creating content for, how old is that channel? Let us know that in the comments. Now, Scotty is with us today, but he's not going to be that helpful. And the reason why is why, Scotty?
I have a voice right now.
Yes. Scotty's voice is gone. And we kind of knew this was heading that way this weekend. And it's not from like, really yelling or screaming because your football team was doing well, because they weren't. The Giants were really stinking up the place. But allergies, you feel fine other than that. It could be allergies. Don't know. Yesterday, I actually started to feel a hint of it. And I started thinking I was going down that road too. I took actually 2 Benadryl. And here I am today, fresh as could be. I'm good. So we'll see. Hopefully, I don't fall into the no voice club. That would suck. But anyway, Scotty, he is going to be here answering any questions in the chat that he can. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. We will do our best to do that. We also have an announcement. If you guys have been following along for any period of time on this channel, we're about 14 months in, I think it is. I'll have to look at the exact date. But we also launched a program called 1K Collective. Actually, one of our students is on here right now, Matt, who's actually crushing it. And I have a little bit of an announcement for 1K Collective. That is our program where we help you get to 1,000 subscribers, get 1,000 views, and start heading towards $1,000 in revenue. And I've got an announcement I want to make on that here today. So stay tuned for that. But here's what I want to do. I want to address starting over. And there's going to come a time, and mark my words right now, and I know this because it's happened to me several times, there is going to come a time that things are going to change, and you're going to wonder, what the heck just happened? Is my channel been sandboxed? Has it been blacklisted? Has it been shadow banned? All of the different terms out there. And you're going to be asking yourself those questions because YouTube is constantly changing. And we have to be okay with that, but you also have to then take a look at what you can control. And that's what we want to do today, is really help you with that, and to really know if you should be doing a do-over or a reset or a start over. All right. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and dive in here. And if you guys are just tuning in, let us know in the comments how old is your YouTube channel currently right now. All right. So with that being said, Scotty, I'm going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling, and let's just get into it. So first off, the first thing that I want to address, and I would love for you to kind of play along here, is asking yourself this: what is the purpose of your channel? All right. What's the purpose of your channel? And the reason why I'm starting there is because if your purpose is to get to AdSense and start making money on AdSense, that's fine, but you're going to probably get there. And then once you get there, you're going to probably say, wow, this either A, isn't what I thought it was, because I thought I'd be making a lot more money, or you're like, okay, now what? So what I like to do is like look at the whole purpose of the channel. Like, what are we using the channel for? And for us, I'm just going to use our example and our students that come into our programs. is like, what are we doing it for? We're primarily doing it for attention. We're doing it to get attention. And with that attention comes the question, well, what do we do with the attention? And so for us, we're always looking at that as an opportunity to help build our business. So there's always going to be a business element on the back end of this thing. The YouTube traffic is really the attention piece. All right. So you have to ask yourself, okay, when let's just pretend, let's go scenario one. You're starting brand new right now. And you're like, I want to start a YouTube channel. My question would be, why? Why are you starting a YouTube channel? Now, if I'm working with a business, they're building the business or building the YouTube channel to help get traffic to the business. That's pretty obvious. But if you're starting and this is like your first go at it, and let us know in the comments as well, is this like your first channel that you've ever built? Is this your first time creating a YouTube channel? Would love to know that. All right. So we have to ask ourselves those questions. And so that's what I would say. If we're starting a new channel, what is the purpose of the channel? And that's a really, really important question. And so what we do, and all I can do is share what we've done and what we've taught. And for me over the last 17 years has always been, okay, I want to make money. Okay. I want to find a way that I can do that consistently. Okay. Well, I know that if we build a business, then money will be on the back of that somewhere, somehow. So what we need to do is we need to figure out, okay, where is that direction? Versus I'm going to start on YouTube, I'm going to start getting views, and then I'm going to decide how I'm going to turn that into money. We need to do it the other way around. We need to start with the end in mind. So my question to you, another question here, is how much money are you trying to make off of your YouTube channel? Like, what is your goal? And let us know that in the comments as well. Now, I've had a lot of students over the years, and it does change. It varies. But in this brand, Live Video School, I've asked that question. And typically people are saying between $5,000 and $10,000 is what they want to make off of their YouTube channel. So here's what I would like you to do. I would like you to have that number. And I'd like you to start thinking to yourself, okay, let's just use $10,000. I want to make $10,000. How can I get my YouTube channel to make $10,000? And a lot of people are just going to start with like, well, I'm going to get a whole bunch of views and I'm going to turn on AdSense and I'm going to make $10,000. A lot harder than you think, by the way. Typically to make $10,000, you need a heck of a lot of views. But the other thing is like, if you hit $10,000 there with views, it's probably not going to continue. It's going to be up and down, up and down. And I can tell you right now, I had a channel. I still have the channel. It's Brand Creators. We hit 100,000 subscribers. We've had over 8 million channel views. We've had videos that have gotten, I think our best one is like 640,000 views. That video made like $8,000. But that channel from AdSense made just over $100,000 over the course of, well, when I turned on AdSense, probably around 4 years. Okay. So yeah, you can say that's 25K a year. But we had a lot of views. Okay. And it's also, here's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about. It was in the how to make money niche. So ad revenue numbers are going to be more because it's in that. I talked about this in a recent video that I published. Is we need to understand like every niche is not created equal. So with all that being said, here's what I would say. If you're starting over right now on YouTube, even if you've already started, but let's just say that you're starting from scratch. Let's go with that scenario. All right. Or if you started, but you want to reset, whatever, like you've been going at this for like 6 months, but you're just not getting any traction and you're not hitting your revenue goals, then let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and create a plan together. Let's go ahead and say that you want to make $10,000 a month. How can we get there? Well, we need to start with the niche. We have to figure out what niche we're going to go after. You probably already know what that is. So that's good. If you don't, that's where we would start. From there, we have to think to ourselves, okay, what kind of attention can we get in this audience? So we just have to start looking at comparables, just like you would if you were shopping for a piece of real estate. All right. We have to do that. And then once we validate that, then we have to start creating content that's going to attract that audience. And then from there, we need to build a relationship with that audience. We need to be consistent. We need to build our audience. And then from there, we need to start making offers. And those offers could be through affiliate offers. They could be your own products, courses, memberships, any of that stuff. It could be sponsorships. It could be all of the above. But to get to 10K, we can't just rely on AdSense. Is that one revenue stream? Yes, but it's not one that's going to be sustainable, at least in my eyes. Okay. So how do we get there? Actually, we have a roadmap. Okay. It's a playbook. It's about 18, 19 pages long. We've had thousands of people go through it already. If you would like to get a copy of that, which goes through everything that I just described in more detail, if you'd like a copy of that, just comment 100K in the comments. All right. Just put 100K in the comments and we'll send you a copy of that. All right. And we have one of our students, Gavin. I'm going to highlight Gavin right now. He went through our 1K collective. He's still part of our community and everything. And he is in fitness, which is a very, very competitive, saturated market. But what we ended up doing was refining his niche, getting a little bit more nichey, if you will, right? Where it's like we're sub-niching down. And instead of going after the entire fitness world in the audience, he was going now after people that are over 40 that want to get in shape, that want to not just get in shape, but they want to build muscle and they want to, have more mobility and things like that. And so after we did this little reshift and him consistently posting, knowing exactly who he was targeting, well, now he's getting traffic. I think I just looked, he's got over 3 million channel views. He's had a video that's crossed over 750,000. He's got, he started with us. I think he had just about 2,000 subscribers. Now he's up over 53,000. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you can make one little small shift, sometimes that's all it takes, but you do need the plan to execute that. And that comes down to niching down. It comes down to the content type that you're going to be putting out there. We call it content buckets, seeing what works, what doesn't work. And then from there, being consistent and then building the audience, not just on platform, but off platform. We use email to do that, building that relationship, and then having offers. And he has offers, right? He's a fitness coach. He also has a brick and mortar business, but the online stuff, he has he does these little sprints where he'll basically have this like 6-week sprint where he can help and coach people. He does one-on-ones now through Zoom. He has affiliate offers. He has AdSense. He has all of the above now, and he's already hit 10K a month. Okay, because he had a plan, but he also stayed committed to that plan. All right. So that's the first thing, right, that I want to talk about. Like if we're starting a new channel, we need to start with a plan. And that's the plan that I would recommend going with. All right. Because it's one that's worked for me for the last 17 plus years. I started in photography, went in that niche. Actually, we niched it down and went into family photography. Then went into baby photography, got really, really niche. Then from there, I went into e-com, taught e-commerce or started building an e-commerce brand. Then I started to teach what I was doing in it, built that on Amazon. Then from there, went over to Etsy, same kind of area, just different platforms. Then from there, started this channel, which is, how to build basically audiences that will turn into a business. And here's the thing. They don't have to be big audiences. My first $100,000 year was with 1,000 subscribers, okay, on YouTube. Wasn't massive. And I think I had 8,000 email subscribers over the course of 4 years. So it's not like it has to be this massive audience, but it does have to have an audience that's very, very specific to who you're trying to attract. Now, if you have any questions on this, let us know that in the comments as well. Whether you're here live or if you're here on the replay, we always look at the comments. We always reply to the comments, which is another little tip for you. When you're building your YouTube channel, if there's one thing that I could share with you that I would really love it if you would do, is do the unscalable. And what I mean by that is like reach out to people when they comment, whether it's good or bad, just connect with them. Yes, the algorithm loves it, but people love it too. And if we just remember that we are connecting with people, not just numbers, not just subscribers, not just, someone's email address or someone's subscriber, profile. We're actually showing up and there's real people at the other end of this. So there's people right now, you watching this here, we're connecting. Okay. So just think about that. All right. Moving on to number 2, and that is when to relaunch or reset a channel. Now, this could be something that you could look at and say, I'm going to restart every 3 months. I'm not talking about redoing a brand new channel. I'm talking about like, okay, let's look and see, now that we've been publishing, let's go ahead and see what worked, what didn't work. And let's double down on more on the what worked and what didn't work. Okay. So that's the thing that we want to do here is like, when do you decide to do that? Well, I can tell you if you've been posting consistently, and that's the big thing too. Like I have people that are like, yeah, I've been posting consistently now for 6 months. I'm like, okay, how many videos have you uploaded? And they're like, well, sometimes it's one every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's one every month. Sometimes it's one every week. I'm like, all right, well, we need to fix that problem first. We need to be consistent because every single video you upload is another at bat. It's another swing that you get to take to see, did that video catch? Did it get received well? Did the algorithm like it? Did the audience like it? And you might find that after 4 videos, doesn't seem like it's working, and that's okay. We got one of our students, Dakota. He's been relentlessly posting. And some in the very beginning, when you're posting like he was, you would have just given up. You'd be like, nah, screw this, I'm done. He kept posting. He's had videos that he posted 3, 5, 6 months ago, and now they're starting to get traffic to them. He just posted the other day. He had a video that was dead, wasn't getting anything. It's up over 8,000 views right now. So just because a video doesn't perform well today doesn't mean it won't perform well in the future. So always keep that in mind. And then you can learn from that too, because then you can look back and go, whoa, that thing worked. Let's double down on that. Let's add some more types of content around that topic because it did well. And now my channel is being known for that. So now YouTube might give me a little extra push there. Okay. So when we're talking about relaunching, if you're like right now, you're like, man, I've been going in this direction and I'm all over the place. Okay. Well, let's come up with the plan. Like I talked about, let's come up with the plan. And then let's realign it and let's create a new strategy. And in that new strategy is going to come down to who are you targeting? Who is your audience that you want? And that might shift. Ours has shifted right on this channel. Ours has shifted on my other channel that I was building for over 10 years. It shifts. It's okay, but that's when we have to reevaluate. And I can't stress this enough that when you start doing this, you're going to be looking at your analytics. And if there's one thing that I can say is analytics inside of YouTube, they give you a ton of information. We need to use that. We need to utilize that. We really, really do, because that can open your eyes to something that you weren't aware of. And you're like, whoa, okay, let me see here. The click-through rate really worked well when I used those words in my thumbnail. Let me try that again. Okay, so that's what we want to do there. So relaunching or resetting your channel, we definitely want to consider doing that depending on if you're feeling stuck or you're flatlining or you're just not happy with the direction. It could be that you're like, I've been posting on this. This happened to me, by the way. I was posting on Brand Creators, which was the amazing seller back in the day. I was posting on there for like 4 or 5 years. And I just started asking myself, I don't know if I want to be the Amazon guy anymore. Like that's what I was known for. But I'm like, I don't know if I want to, I just don't know if I want to be that anymore. And I'm just kind of getting either bored of it or I just want to try something new. There's nothing wrong with that. That's where you would make the plan to readjust and reposition where you want to, to point the target at. And now if it's a completely different thing, like if you're like, you know what, I'm teaching, bass fishing, but I want to now teach about restoring old muscle cars, you probably want to create a new channel for that. That's something you probably would say, I'm going to start a new channel. But if it's something related, go for it. You can pivot that channel 100%. All right. And let me know in the comments as well. How are you feeling right now with your channel? Do you feel like it's on the right track to where you want it to go? Let me know that in the comments. I love getting this feedback, by the way. We get a lot of survey feedback from people all the time, which helps us understand the market. And I know one of the biggest things right now, we just did a survey the other day and we were asking, what is Like, what is your goal right now? Is it to hit 1,000 subscribers or is it to get to 1,000 views? Like, which one is it? And some would say both, but what's the most important thing? Like right this second, what are you striving for? Let me know that in the comments. I think it was most people, it was almost 50-50, but I would say it leaned a little heavier towards wanting 1,000 subscribers because that hits that milestone that some are struggling to get to for monetization. So let me know that in the comments. Scotty, I'm going to take a sip of water real quick. I know you can't talk because you don't have a voice right now. But I'm going to take a sip of water. Is there anything going on in the comments that I need to be aware of? Can you whisper it to me?
No, I think you're good. I really can't talk. I've been talking all day. I'll try, but
okay. I'll put you out of your misery there.
All right. Trying.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay, cool. No, I just want to right here. So the Hermit says, yep, being consistent have been my trigger. Yeah, consistency is key and it's hard. It's really, really hard. Because if you're not consistent, you're not going to be able to have, and I'm not just saying like the consistency is like, oh, the algorithm sees you're consistent, so we're going to push you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that just for you to be able to, it's almost like going to the gym. If you want to get in shape and you're like, I need to go to the gym 4 days a week. I need to forget about everything else, but I got to get to that gym. And after a month, you're like, I don't like my results that I'm getting. And then your trainer goes, well, how many times have you went to the gym last week? And you're like, well, I went like twice. You're like, okay, maybe that's the reason, So we have to stay consistent. Now there's going to come times that you might have stuff come up. That's fine. That's why what we do is we will do something like this. We're doing a live stream right now, but we're also going to record another video during this session that's going to go up on our channel. So that way there we can kind of like batch record. We call it our 1 hour content magic little trick. And it works, right? Because sometimes life happens. Right now, Scotty doesn't have a voice. If he had to post a video tomorrow and record the video, he'd be screwed. But because we've got a stockpile of video stuff, he could literally pull from that and put it up. All right. So we do want to plan for that, but we definitely want to stay consistent because if we do, there's going to be a better chance of us getting more swings. We get more chances, right? And all it takes is like that one video to pop. And then all of a sudden our channel can get that exposure that we want. So, all right, I'm going to keep going here. All right. So let me get into the next piece here. Okay. Here's the other thing that when we're starting or starting over, we need to also understand YouTube is changing all the time. And what I mean by that is you might think, I got it figured out. Things are cranking right along. And then all of a sudden you post a video and it bombs. And you're like, what the heck happened? It happens because the algorithm has shifted. It's changed. You might have said, oh, well, there's a hack here that I was using before and now it's not working anymore. It's probably because the algorithm's been updated to fix that hack. Years ago, they used to call it the Google slap. And we were ranking websites. Well, if you were ranking websites to get a whole bunch, a trick back in the day was you get a whole bunch of backlinks. You could go and buy the backlinks from places, and then you could have them point to your website. So the more links you had pointing to your website showed the algorithm that your site was being referred to a lot. So that means let's push it up in the rankings. Well, Google found out this is happening. So what do? They do an update, and that update in the algorithm has something in there that says something about these types of links. Don't count them. And then all of a sudden you were ranking your website way up, getting all this traffic, and overnight, bam, done. Right. And that happens on YouTube because people are gaming the system. They're finding a hole. When they find the hole, they try to expose it. And then what happens? It works for a little bit and then it stops working. But even if you're not doing any hacks, the algorithm is going to change, and it might either benefit you or it might hurt you. But that's also why we are not just relying on YouTube as the thing. YouTube is a great vehicle to get us traffic, and we're going to keep using it for as long as it's here. But we also have learned that that stuff can happen. So we need to protect ourselves from that. So how do we do that? We build our own audience, not on YouTube, off of YouTube. And so in the beginning of this, in this live stream, I mentioned our 100K roadmap. We talk about that inside of the roadmap, by the way, but that roadmap is a way for us to connect with you off of YouTube. You see, what'll happen is you'll comment 100K. If you want that guide, by the way, just put 100K in the comments and we'll send you it. I'll send you a link, or Scotty will go into the comments. We'll send you a link. That link will go to a landing page, that little website page. It'll basically reconfirm that there's this resource. And if you want it, just tell us where you want us to send it. Name, email address, hit submit, boom. You get it delivered to your inbox. You're on our email list now. And now we get to communicate with you whether YouTube goes away tomorrow or not, right? We started this channel about 14 months ago now. And we have about 36,000 YouTube subscribers, but we've got over 11,000 email subscribers. So now if our channel went away tomorrow, I can still communicate with all of those people. And here's the other thing. We've seen this on all social media too. We saw it on Facebook. You can see it on TikTok. You can see it on any platform, any Instagram, any platform. You're going to see that reach is going to be good. And then reach is going to get pulled back. It's just the nature of the beast. It's just the nature of the social media beast. And we have no control over it. But what we do have control over, for the most part, is our email list. So if I send an email, there's a good chance, as long as you've opened an email before, it's probably going to get through the spam traps and filters, and it's basically going to land in your inbox. But I can post a video tomorrow, and 36,000 people are not going to see that video. They're just not. Okay. Because it's going through the platform of YouTube, and YouTube is going to change that stuff all the time. Their reach is going to always be changing. All right. So just understand that when we are starting up or starting over, we need to also think to ourselves, how do we build our own audience using YouTube? That's the big thing. And like I said, we cover that inside of that 100K playbook, because that's part of the plan. Is we need to start building our own audience. And again, if you want a copy of that, just put 100K in the comments. We'll send it to you, and you'll also be on our email list. You can unsubscribe at any time, by the way, but we want to show up, deliver value, and we want to build that relationship deeper, which is also part of the 100K playbook, building that relationship. Showing up consistently also builds the relationship. Showing up in your inbox consistently, that also builds relationship. It also builds trust. And trust is going to be so important now that we're in the day of AI. 100%. All right. So guys, if you have any questions on that, please let us know that in the comments. I would love to see those, and I can answer those for you very quickly. And then we're going to move on to our next subtopic here. And you're also witnessing right now how we do a live stream and how we can also create video assets that we can upload as independent videos. And I'll link that up in the description. We have a video that we broke that down. Actually, it was a live stream that we broke that down. But right now, with what you're watching, this is also our content batching session. Today, we're only going to be recording one additional video, but we've done 2 to 3 additional videos. And that next topic is going to be why you shouldn't quit YouTube, even when it feels pointless. All right. And it's going to play a little bit on what we just discussed, but it'll have some other aspects to it. Okay. So with that being said, let me know, do we have any questions in the comments here? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. And the Hermit says 1,000 subs is a great place to start. It is, you know, and I do want to address that. You know, I think trying to get 1,000 subscribers, get 4,000 watch time hours, I think it's a great milestone to hit. Like I do. Like some people think like I'm against it, Scotty's against it. We're not against that. what I am against is that is your business model, is like get to 1,000 subscribers, get to 4,000 watch hours so you can turn on monetization. And that's it. Done. You're done. You've made it, right? Like, and if you're trying to get to $5,000, $10,000 a month, the road to get there with that model, oh, it's going to be a lot harder. It might not even ever happen. Okay. So our thing is like, yes, let's use that as motivation, because that's like a nice milestone that we can hit. But by the way, if you're on YouTube and you are serving a specific niche, there's a lot faster ways that you can make money from small, tiny audience than just waiting for AdSense money, which your AdSense money in the beginning is going to be like pennies, maybe a few dollars. But if you're someone that is already coaching, already has a course, or has some type of expertise, and maybe you haven't even went down the road of coaching yet, if you have that, you're sitting on a gold mine right now, because you can show up, deliver some expertise, lessons learned, clients you've worked with, whatever. And then you're going to have people that are going to naturally reach out and go, hey, can I hire you? Do you do consulting? Like that literally happened to us before we ever had a product for sale on this channel, Live Video School. Before we ever built any program, anything, we had someone reach out to us and said, hey, I love your videos. I love your content. Can I get, can I get some consulting hours with you? And I was like, we're not really there yet, because we weren't really sure what we were going to do on that side of it. I said, but yeah, we could probably do, a few sessions. And so he went ahead and bought a month's worth of consulting. And all we had was a little link, sent it over, pay for it, done. And now we connected on Zoom. We delivered them over the course of a month, and that was it. So we didn't have to build a course. We didn't have to build a membership, which a lot of people, they try to build something big or try to build something. I'm going to build this amazing course. I'm going to build this amazing membership, and then I'm going to go to try to fill it. Why don't you just start offering some services that you can do quicker, that you don't have to also do all this building in the background. And then if it doesn't work, you're out all that time. I mean, time we can't get back. So that's like that one resource that is so valuable, because time is something we cannot get back. So, I've went down that road before. That's why I won't do it again. Anytime we ever release a program, we always pre-launch it, meaning we pre-launch it, we pre-sell it, then we build it. I just give you the idea of what we're going to be doing. And then you pay, and then we come in and we build it. Then once we build it, we validated it because people have purchased for it. Now we can have it for sale. Like we have a program, 1K Collective. And it's been, let's see, this month, no, I'm sorry, January 1st will be 1 year. So it's not even a year old. We've had over 200 people go through it so far. We've got some really great success stories from it. Some small, some big. We got Gavin, who's been crushing it. We got Matt, who I think is here on with us here live today. And he's just crushing it right now. But that program, we released it and sold it before we ever did a lesson. We taught it live over 4 weeks. Then we recorded everything. We packaged it up, bundled it, everything together. But now over the course of that year, we've had a lot of people go through it. We've added resources. We've added some AI resources to it. And so now we're going to be actually re-releasing it coming up here Wednesday, and we're calling it the 1K Collective 2.0. And we've got some cool things. If you guys are on the email list, by the way, you're going to hear about this. If you're not on the email list and you want to hear more about it, 100K in the comments, we'll send you that. And you can go ahead and get on the email list. All right. So anyway, that's that. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So, T1544767, trying to showcase my services to business. Yeah. Well, the best way to do that is to demonstrate that you can help people. Like that's exactly what you do. Right. And that's kind of what we're doing here today. I mean, this live stream is a perfect example. I've brought up a few of our students and a few of our clients. What's that doing? It's demonstrating that what I'm teaching you here, they have followed and they've gotten results. So now I'm demonstrating what to do. And these people have, done it. So that's my advice to anybody. Like, don't gatekeep, like put it out there, because the truth is you can give it away. Like I can tell you what to do right here, but a lot of times people are like, well, but Scott, I want you and Scotty to look at my stuff. I want you to do an audit of my channel. I want you to look at my videos. Are my intros good? Are my thumbnails good? Are my titles good? Right? So you have all those questions. That's where people can join a program and they can get that. So I never gatekeep. So for you, just demonstrate that you can help them. That's it. Hey, George, struggling with editing videos, any advice? Yeah, the advice would be don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple. Really, the only thing that I would focus on right now, as far as edits go, is your first, I would say 30 seconds, but even 10 seconds of your video. And all that I would say with that is just make sure that you have a good intro hook. And then also your thumbnail. Your thumbnail needs to get the attention. So if we can't get a click, we can't get a view. So we need a good title, good thumbnail. And then from there, we need a good intro. Those are the three things that I would focus on. If you have a great video and you edited the crap out of it and it's awesome, but you can't get people to click and you can't get people to actually watch past the first 10 seconds, then all that editing is useless, right? So the editing tricks really are, if you have something that people are wanting and needing and you can demonstrate that you can help them, just put it in the video. They're not going to care about the editing. Okay. So that's what I would recommend there. Let's see here. Here's another one. Does camera quality or audio quality matter? I have a recent smartphone and a Bluetooth lav mic. My voice is a little weird and I'm awkward on camera. Okay. As much as I understand, like some people are just not comfortable, right? Here's what I always tell people, even some of our students that are like, if you're not an extrovert, you're an introvert. I want you to just pretend that you're speaking to one person across the table that you are sharing your expertise with, or you're sharing your story, right? That's it. So that takes the awkwardness away because you're just being you. And honestly, sometimes the awkwardness or the uncomfortableness or the quirkiness, that becomes you. So that's almost what draws people to you. But I would just say, just try to be you as if you were with a friend or someone that you were explaining it to with no pressure. As far as the camera quality or audio quality, both matter to the point of like, you wouldn't want a very low lit, like a really grainy, like dark, like that would be annoying for the viewer. But if it's just off your iPhone, I've shot in a lot of videos from my iPhone that have performed really well, but it all does come down to the lighting. If you're shooting in a dark room with an iPhone, it's not going to do that well. But if you're outside, it's probably going to be okay. Or if you're near a window light or something like that. The audio quality, same thing. Like I do think that audio quality could even be a little bit more important than the video, because if you can't hear, I can't even understand, right? So I would say the lav mic is a good choice. And yeah, I would definitely make sure that your audio quality is good. iPhone though, if you're close enough to that iPhone, probably good enough just out of the iPhone. It doesn't have to be super, super high quality like you shot it in a podcast booth. Let me see here real quick. Karen, struggling with coming up with offers. I have a wellness membership for women over 40, but want to offer other things. May try coaching and other ideas any ideas for quick offers. Yeah, Karen, I would do a workshop. I would do like a 90-minute workshop. You can call it that. Or for you, if it's a yoga, it could be like a yoga master class or something like that, where basically you help people with like one aspect of that. Like if it's maybe like, something along the lines that's going to allow them to get a win and walk away with like, oh, wow, that's really good. Now I have like a week's worth of yoga that I can do, or I could do yoga in 10 minutes a day. And then you just give like a 10-minute thing. Maybe it's something where you say you're going to give like 3 routines that they can do and you're going to walk them through it. Like there's different things that you could do there. As far as paid or free, I would start probably with free, and then I would then upgrade them or have an upgrade offer that would be more of like a live workshop with you. That's how I would start it. But then the other thing is, I don't know anything about your business. If you have an email list or anything like that, you could do a paid, but I would keep it really inexpensive to start with. And then I would have to work with you on the back end. So it's kind of like, here it is. But if you want me to help you personally, here's this other offer. That's what I would do. And yeah, if you have an email list, I would launch it to my email list and I would test that offer. I would say, hey, I'm thinking about doing a, one day, I mean, could be just a 2-hour, 90-minute yoga workshop where I'm going to help you come up with, like maybe a week's worth of yoga routines that you can do in 10 minutes or less a day or something like that. Like whatever your audience struggles with, I would do like one bite-sized piece that they could walk away with. All right, cool. All right, let's get on to the next piece here. And let me go ahead and remove that. And yeah, if you guys want that 100K roadmap, just go ahead and comment down below and we'll send it to you. All right, so here we go. All right. And guys, if you're following along and you guys are here, I'm curious too. We've had just about 30 of you on here consistently. I'm just curious right now. Number one, have you been here since the beginning of this? Let me know that in the comments. And I always like to say that because if you've been here, it's been 44 minutes. So that's a long time. And it also proves my point that if you are building an audience, some of those people will stay and they'll watch more. And that also helps with watch time hour, but it also helps with building that relationship a little bit deeper. All right. So here's the second part of the live stream, by the way. We are going to do the next topic, which is going to turn into its own dedicated video. All right. So here we go. All right. So in this video, I want to share with you why you shouldn't quit YouTube, even if it feels pointless. It feels like a waste of time. Trust me, I know because I have been there. I've been at this now a long time. Been at this for 17 plus years. I built multiple 6- and 7-figure brands on the back of YouTube. And there's been ups and there's been downs and there's been days that I have questioned, is this even worth it? And I always come back to the answer of yes, 100% it is worth it if you have the right plan and if you have the right expectations of what you're doing it for. So let's kind of walk through this together real quick, because I think this is going to be helpful for you if you're in this spot right now where you're like, man, is this even worth it? I'm putting all this time and energy into it. Well, here's what I want you to first understand. Most creators fail not because their content isn't good. It's because they lack consistency and they lack commitment. And what I mean by that is they set out on this journey to create this YouTube channel and they're following gurus that are telling them that they're going to hit their next viral, video and their channel is going to blow up, and then they get disappointed. So what I'd like to do is shift that to the point of like, you don't need a massive audience in order to make this thing work if you have the right plan. And the plan that I'm talking about, and I don't know what your number is, but you're probably creating a YouTube channel so you can make money, right? Well, let me know that in the comments. What is your revenue target? Like, what do you want to make from your YouTube channel? Let me know that in the comments. But I know myself personally from having hundreds of students and also just myself over the years, it generally is around $5,000 to $10,000 a month. For me personally, it's always like, okay, let's get to our first $10,000 a month. That turns into a 6-figure business. And then from there, we can continue to scale that. So if that number is your number, maybe $10,000, that's $100,000 a year, right? It's 120. Well, I have a roadmap that I created. It's a playbook, but I've been following that now for over 17 years. And I developed it after I built my first one 17 years ago. And now I put it into a playbook and I follow it to a T. We actually used it for this channel, Live Video School, and we grew this to a 6-figure business in under 12 months. If you'd like a copy of that, go ahead and comment 100K down below and I'll send you a copy of it. Just put 100K down below and I'll send you a copy. And it goes through the entire strategy, because without strategy, we're just kind of like aiming the dart, somewhere where it's not even close to the bullseye. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to get really, really clear on what that is. All right. So what does that look like? Let me kind of just walk you through it really, really quickly. So number one, we have to identify why we're doing this. Number one, we also have to identify what's the number we're trying to go after. And if the number is something like $10,000, it's going to be really, really hard to hit $10,000 with AdSense, right? The other thing that people don't realize is with AdSense, like you can get there, but if you're in a niche that doesn't pay high RPMs, basically how much you get paid per thousand, that's what the advertisers are willing to pay. You might be looking at someone else going like, yeah, but they're making $10,000 a month with AdSense. Yeah, but they're in the real estate niche, or they're in the how to make money niche, or they're in the finance niche. They're in a niche that's paying a lot higher. So your views, someone that might be teaching like how to win a marathon, you're probably going to get a lot lower of the ad dollars because there's not advertisers that are willing to spend as much. So now all of a sudden you set out on this quest to get to 10K because this person over here, this guru you saw is making 10K, but they're in the how to make money niche. It's not apples to apples. So that's the very first thing is we need to understand that if that is your number, we need to also understand how to get there, not just relying on AdSense. You're going to hear me say that a ton here on this channel. Like I'm not against AdSense. I am just against building a business, a YouTube channel that is only trying to get to AdSense, because to me, it's not even a strategy. It's something that a lot of people are not going to be able to achieve. And a lot of people are going to be wasting their time. So I want to try to correct that. And that's why I decided to create this video. All right. So the other thing I want to address here is that when we are focusing on YouTube, we're always focusing on views. We're always focusing on subscribers. Like those are the numbers. But what we really need to focus on is the quality of the subscriber. And there's an article out there that was posted, and it's called The True 1000 Fans. And this guy speaks about getting the right people, the right 1,000 people, you would be set for life. Now, with that being said, not 1,000 YouTube subscribers and you're just making AdSense money. We're talking about diversifying and building revenue streams on the back of that channel. Once again, I talk about that in the 100K playbook. If you want a copy of that, once again, 100K, put that in the comments and I'll send it to you. We go over numerous ways on how you can do it. But let me give you an example of one of our students that this literally has happened to. And what he did was he started his channel, which by the way, started his channel like 10 years ago, kind of like a lot of people, and was just kind of dabbling, trying to find his way. And he's in the fitness space, but he also owned a gym. And so this was kind of like a little bit of a hobby, but he did want to make some money with it. Well, he came in, he worked with us, and he now has positioned that channel specifically and really aimed that target at an ideal customer or potential client that could pay him. But he also has now numerous ways to make money from those views. So what he ended up doing was posting content, targeting that specific niche now, so getting very, very niche. And then from there, having a video now get the attention of the algorithm. And we teach this in our program. It's really about going after the right title, the right thumbnail, and then from there having a great intro. And he nailed that. And now he went from only 2,000 subscribers to over 53,000 subscribers, over 3 million channel views, crossed $10,000 from that channel. And he got there in like 6 months. So he was trying for 10 years and then eventually got dialed in, focused that target, and now he's hitting crazy numbers. But it's because he had a good strategy, a good plan. So whether you're starting over, whether you're, starting a new channel, I can't recommend it enough. We have to have a plan. We have to have a strategy that we can follow. All right. And that's why if you're thinking about quitting, just try this, right? Like try to reevaluate where you are, but know that it's not too late. You just might need to dial the strategy in a little bit, get it a little bit more fine tuned. And again, we go through that all in that 100K roadmap. But the thing is people think you have to have a massive audience in order to make this work. And the answer is you don't. All right. My first channel going back 17 years ago, there wasn't even AdSense. And I only had 1,000 subscribers, but I also built an email list, which is also in the 100K roadmap. But I was able to take that channel and build it really not in a long period of time. I think it was within the first year, only 1,000 subscribers. And I was able to earn my first 6 figures from that channel. And if you want to see exactly how I did it, I shot a video right here that shares that entire story and it shows you exactly how I did it. Watch that video next and I'll see you there. All right. There's that. And did we have any other questions come in? Good, Scotty. Good. And if you guys are tuning in late, Scotty doesn't have a voice. That's why he just gave me the thumbs up, but he's still there. Let's see here. Oh, and Karen said, yeah, been here since the beginning. Want to build YouTube to help generate organic sales. Would this strategy still apply? 150%, Tyler. 100%. Oh my gosh. So you're already, I mean, this is great. So Tyler, you want to build the YouTube channel to help generate organic sales. Yes. Here's how it works. Really simple. Whatever. So right now you have something you're selling. So that's good. So we don't have to figure that part out really technically, right? You have something for sale. Now what we got to do is we got to bring awareness to it. So how do we do that? Well, we have to share in video, either case studies or, how the product is helping with something, any tips that you can give for that. I mean, I'm just using an example. Let's say that, you were someone that was, I don't know, putting down, artificial turf, right? Like something really like crazy, right? Or you helped people put it down, right? Like you were like, you would help people install it or whatever. You could create all these different videos about, how people are making mistakes and how they're getting callbacks and all of these things. And then the people that are watching that video, yes, you can get paid from just the views, but on top of that, you could probably recommend certain products that you're using for that. So where you get it, certain tools, all that stuff. So that's affiliate product opportunities. And then from there, on top of that, you're also going to get people that are trying to get in that industry that you're going to be able to maybe do a coaching program to help them with it. Now, I know that's a really kind of like really narrow, super niche, but that's how niche you can get it. It's just, you'd have to figure out what it is that you're trying or what you're trying to sell, and then kind of reversing it back and going like, okay, what is the content that's going to get people to see my, my expertise or whatever, and then lead them into my world. Like, that's it. That's all the video's job is to do. And then you build that little flywheel, as we call it. But yeah, 100% can help. Let's see here. Motivational speaker. My goal is to make at least 10K a month. That's the goal. Still working on the plan. And yes, you can get there. And that's a great goal. Misquoted in previous comment on another video. The other concept is 1,000 true fans is famous for a few from the oversubscribed book. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a good resource. Yeah, good. I'm glad that made sense to you, Tyler. All right, cool. I think we answered just about all of the questions that we had. I will say this. If you are on our email list, also, by the way, let us know if you're currently already receiving emails from us. We probably sent you out one here for this. Just let me know that in the comments. But we are going to be opening 1K Collective, which we don't have open to the public all the time because we do these in spurts. So this way here we can help our community that's in there. We have a dedicated private community also that we're where people are helping and sharing each things. We also have some new things that we've added since we opened the enrollment for the 1K Collective. We have some really cool AI wizards, which actually help you implement what we're teaching. So at the end of the 1K Collective, you will have everything kind of dialed in as far as target, like the audience. From there, what kind of videos to create. We got content buckets. We actually have a wizard that helps with that. Then from there, like how to shoot it. And then from there, uploading and making it live. And then one of the things I don't hear talked about enough is how to analyze the data after you've published a video. And so we have students that have come through that we've recorded sessions where we are actually reviewing intros. And we're actually on this round right here, depending on when you're watching this, but if you're in November of 2025, we're going to be doing a couple of live sessions for this upcoming enrollment period that we are going to be doing some more reviews of thumbnails, titles, and intros. And so that's going to be something that we don't always offer, but because we're doing this as a 2.0 version, we're going to be adding that in. So we have some more support there for this group. And we're also selfishly, we're looking for some more spotlight students. All right. Some of those ones that took some serious action and got some serious results. So we are looking for more of those ones like Gavin, ones like Matt, Johnny. Like we've got a bunch, but we want more. And the reason why is because we all know that if you see other people in other industries and you're like, oh, that's like me, then obviously you're going to be able to benefit from that, right? So that's what we're trying to do. So anyway, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us here for about an hour. And you probably, you'll see a video this Wednesday pop up, and it'll probably be the one that we just shot. So stay tuned to kind of see how that all unfolds. But I want to thank each and every one of you. We appreciate you. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. And if you would like that 100K playbook, make sure you either comment or just go in the description and you can look, and you'll probably find the link there for it as well. All right. So guys, that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day. And remember, we're rooting for you. Take care, guys.